Hello everyone, and welcome back to another video. Today we are making 6 different cards out of the Copic colored images from the Hello Easter stamp set, and I wanted to do several different patterns. So I went to Cards TV, which is a blog by Mary, and I downloaded a few of her card sketches and decided that this would be the way that I would make all my cards a little different. And I'm using the Cardabella Oh Happy Day paper for this, and I'm just using a lot of the softer images that will look more Eastery. I did think about using the washi tape for that line on that card, that vertical line on that card, but decided that it probably wouldn't work real well and just cut some paper down. So you get dimensions with her card sketches. You get dimensions for everything in A2 size. So if you want to make an A7 size, you've got to readjust those sizes. But it's a good resource if you're feeling a bit blocked for how to put a card together. And I was feeling a bit blocked, so I went to it's cards with a Z, tv.blogspot.com. I will have that link in the video description below if you're interested in checking out some of her card sketches. And she has some really good videos too, if you want to subscribe to her on YouTube. Anyway, so I just went through and either did side folding or top folding A2 size cards, and followed my little card sketches. And some of them have outside sentiment, some of them have inside. Well, I put an inside sentiment on all of them. So if I put Happy Easter on the front, I put hello on the inside. If I put hello on the outside, then I put, vice versa. I got a little lost there. Anyway, and I usually popped up, one or two things, on the front of the card. And if I used, I think I did use the flower stamp. There's 2 flower stamps that come in the stamp set, and I used both of them. And I decided just to color them in with my Jelly Roll glaze and Stardust pens. And it turned out really pretty. It gave a really deep color, and the glaze has a little bit of a dimension to it. So I think it really added something special to the inside of my cards. Later on in this video, you will see me do a little faux pas with my guillotine cutter. I had the blade up in the air, and I just brushed it with the knuckle on my thumb, and it sliced it open, and that thing bled and bled and bled and bled. So word to the wise, when you're not using your cutter, have the blade in the down position where it's safe. I won't make that mistake again. That thing is sharp. I didn't really realize how sharp it was, but that thing is very, very, very sharp. And there, I think I was at a loss. I kind of forgot where I was at, and so I needed to cut down more pieces. In the next group of cards, so the next video coming up will be me coloring these same images with my Zig Clean Color Real Brush markers, and then I will make cards with those in the following video. But I'm going to do it a little bit differently. I'm just going to use one card sketch design, and I'm going to do it more assembly line type, and that does go a lot faster. So where here I'm kind of just taking each card design and doing 2 of them, and then going to the next card design and doing 2 of those. So this way I can cut down all of my mats, all my different mats at one time, and then I'm gluing all at one time, and then I'm foaming, what I want to foam all at one time, and then I stamp the inside of all my card bases and do whatever I'm going to do to those, and then after that's dry, then I glue them my card fronts to all of them, and then I embellish. So I think it went a lot faster than this did. This, I think before I sped everything up, I had an hour and a half into these, but I did make 6 cards. So, but all the coloring was done. So, you know, and I probably spent, you know, somewhere between 1 to 2 hours coloring those images. Yeah, somewhere between 1 to 2 hours. So probably for all 6 of these cards, grand total, probably about 3 hours worth of time. But it was 6 cards, so that's really not that horribly bad when you've got, you know, Copic coloring involved. But anyway, I do think the assembly line fashion, it does do a lot quicker. So I will definitely keep that in mind for the future. But I did have fun putting all these together, and I do think they all turned out super cute. And I will this will probably do it for my Easter cards between this set and the Zig set. I do have one more project that I've got filmed that I'm going to get up, and I had purchased some wooden eggs from Amazon before you couldn't purchase just anything from Amazon and get it, you know, like normal. Obviously, I've had them a few weeks, but I just have not done anything with them. So I decided that I was going to try some of my craft. Instead of just painting them with craft paint, I was just going to see what all of my other things that I could paint them with. And it turned out that my metallic alcohol inks and the pearl alcohol inks worked really good on them. So I'll have that coming up sometime this week. It'll be mixed in here with all these other things. But using Simon Says Stamp Intense black ink. Right now, that's usually the black ink that I go to for a dye-based ink. I'm thinking about whenever we can purchase stuff again, trying Gina K Amalgam ink, because that's supposed to stamp really black and really crisp. So I think I'm going to try that. I'm so sorry if you can hear anything in the background. My husband is in his office, which is right next door to my office, and he is having a conference call. He's leading a conference call this morning, and then his phone just rang. So, and his voice carries like crazy. So if you hear a little something in the background, that's just him doing his thing while he's working from home. And then my son took off to go fishing this morning with his dad. He left at 3 o'clock this morning. You know, I am just not that motivated to do anything at 3 o'clock in the morning. But more power to him. They're going fishing, so that's good. You know, it keeps him from playing video games all day. So I think he will actually be very glad when he can go back to school too. I think he's kind of over this, yay, I get to play video games all day quarantine. So, and this is the first time he's gone over to his dad's. His dad doesn't live very far, and they're just going to go to the lake and do a little kayak fishing, I think, this morning. So not breaking any rules, really. But and then him and Greg do go fishing in the neighborhood here. We've got several ponds in our neighborhood, and they'll go fishing some afternoons. We just haven't had a whole lot of nice days, but on the ones that we have, they put their boots on and trudge down to the pond and do a little fishing. So that gets them out of the house too. Which I'm glad. I don't like them just sitting around playing video games all day, but right now there's just really not a whole lot of other things to do. So, especially when the weather is not great. So it seems like it's just always raining here in North Texas lately. But today, if we're supposed to hit the low 90s today, which to some may sound like, ooh, hot, but you know what? I'm just so looking forward to it. And just getting outside and soaking up some vitamin D. I tell you, wherever you're at, if it's sunny outside, go outside and soak up some vitamin D. That is the best way to combat any type of respiratory illness, is to get some vitamin D. That helps your respiratory system. So go out and soak up some sun. I do plan on soaking up some sun today and taking in some vitamin D. So this one I did a little bit different. I didn't use some of the paper from the Oh Happy Day. And my plain paper that I used a lot of Simon Says stamp, like cotton candy and some other cardstocks. But that textured cardstock is from Tonic. I looked to see if I could find that one, and that particular one is no longer available. But Tonic has a lot of really beautiful specialty papers like that, and I will have that linked down in the video description below as well. So for embellishments, I did mostly like a clear sparkle overlay pen and glossy accents on the outside of these. So you can't always see that in the pictures, but here are the final pictures for this set. Well, you can see the sparkle overlay on that Happy Easter, but and on the hello there, it does do show up a little bit in the pictures. But these are my final pictures. As always, I thank you for stopping by and watching my videos, thumbs upping, sharing, and commenting. It helps my channel grow. I thank you very much. Have a great day, and we'll see you soon in the next video.